Folks, we are back for part 2 of the Reg.A Money Show with Ron Costa and Miguel Dotris. And Miguel, like we talked about in part 1, we were going over a few things in some of these companies that are kind of looking to make a listing for themselves, huh?
Yeah, no, we got a lot of activity, because we and unfortunately, for our loyal listeners out there, we didn't come to you guys last week. You guys know my situation. But we had a lot of activity going on in the market, and this is a really exciting time here in the Reg.A atmosphere because you got the people at Chicken Soup. Everybody understand the Chicken Soup for the Soul. They did a bunch of different chicken soup. Now they're an entertainment and publishing company, and they're getting ready to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange through what? Reg.A. And then you also have the Como. I forget how to say the company, but it's the Fun SUV three-wheeler, kind of riding on the coattails of Ilio and his three-wheeler. This guy's coming out with a really cool, fun-looking little SUV that's going to be a three-wheeler, sand dune buggy kind of feel to it. So it's really cool. The stories that are coming out, left and right, all over the place. We're the ones that broke the story on Bobby's Flay, Burger Palace going out public, So we're bringing a lot of information to our listeners, as our listeners have come aware to know here on the Reg.A Money Show with Ron Costa and Miguel Dotris. We're just bringing this out. Out of these 3 deals, Ron, out of the 2 deals that we're talking about, I've seen the Fun SUV done. I think that's a Me Too company. It's a brand that doesn't have a lot of awareness. And this is why I think that Chicken Soup for the Soul is going to do so well. One, it's iconic. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into a bookstore or, like a Barnes & Nobles or a Books A Million, and I always see that Chicken Soup for the Soul, the Chicken Soup. They got Chicken Soups now for all kinds of readerships, okay? And I think that is going to be a very successful Reg.A because as we talk about, where is the crowd? Who are you reaching out to you? Is your brand have an affinity following that you can tap into to convert those customers, those loyal customers, into a Reg.A investor to be a stockholder of your company? And I think not only does Chicken Soup for the Soul have that, Ron, but I think because of the nature of the literature that they do, they have such an extraordinarily deep connection with their readers that I think it'll be extraordinarily easy for them to convert each person that has bought one of their books into being a shareholder. Now, if you can just think about how many books they have sold,
correct,
and how many people read their books, think about that. So you think over 1 million, maybe 2 million, 3 million, 5. I think it's something extraordinary in number, like worldwide, 20-some-odd million, 28 million, something like that. So think about just converting 1% of that 28 million, okay? 1% is 280,000 shareholders at, say, $10.
Yeah.
That's $28 million, my friend.
Yeah, no, these guys have a great loyal customer base. It's we've said it many times. Marketing and to these guys is the key to any successful Reg.A. Everything that you see Reg.A wise that's been successful so far has been successful because they have a loyal customer base and they can go to these guys and they're more than happy to get to have a piece of something that they already enjoy. Right? Isn't that the key?
No, absolutely. And the other thing you got to remember though, which is crucial. You can have a successful Reg.A without a large affinity group. It's going to be a little harder for you. You have to create your crowd. You have to go and talk to the guys at CrowdFundX, Fund America, all these people who specialize in creating a crowd, who specialize in bringing awareness. But you have to also remember, Ron, and our listeners out there realize this, for every dollar that you spend advertising your Reg.A, you're also spending $1 for market awareness of your product and of your company. So you're in a you're in a no-lose situation, because you may not be able to convert the customer into a stockholder, but you have reached somebody on a very personal level about your brand. So you have actually accomplished some brand awareness through your Reg.A campaign. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's not like you're going to lose out on anything. I think and I don't think that we should judge successful Reg.A offerings because, you know, they raise a ton of money, all right? Because that would be unfair. Because there's a lot of guys out there, and you guys know who I'm talking about because you guys are listening to this show, and you've got a company, and it's pretty successful, and you're wondering, man, is this Reg.A thing for me? Is this right thing? Is Ron and Miguel know what they're talking about? You know, you've gone out, and you've talked to your friends, and you've talked to attorney people, and people say, well, I'm not really sure about it. It's not my cup of tea. You should talk to somebody who knows about it. You know who I'm talking to. You know who you are. You're out there sitting on the fence not knowing you should do that. I mean, you know, we're talking to companies. Ron and I have been talking to companies out there that are kind of doing the exact same thing, that are calling Ron and Miguel here at the Reg.A Money Show and asking, hey, how can we get involved with you guys? What can we do? What are you guys doing? How are you guys doing it right? Because people realize that Ron and I have been waving this Reg.A flag, specifically Reg.A with a big tier 2 on it, right, for over a year now, over a year. So you've been sitting on this fence, say you turned into us, and you've been sitting and you've been doing your due diligence, and you've been looking at these things, and you're saying, man, Miguel, you know, my company's pretty successful. You know, I got a little bit of a following. You know, I really like to take my concept. I really like to take my company nationwide. If I could raise, you know, $5-10 million bucks, it'd really set myself up for something really cool. And I say to you guys, go for it, man. Go for it. Stop sitting back there and letting other people access capital markets, and you've got a successful business that you think that you could take it to the next level with an infusion of $10 to $15 to $20 million. Why are you sitting on the sidelines, man? Why are you not calling us? Why are you not writing us? I mean, we'll be more than happy. Ron and I would be more than happy to talk to you and set you straight and let you know where all the pitfalls are going to be in this thing. Because you're going to need somebody to coach you along the line. You're going to need somebody who's going to be able to show you what you're doing, so that way you can get involved and make it happen for yourself. Because that's the most important thing. You know, first you have to make the decision. 2, you got to make sure that the company is structured the right way so you have some equity to be able to offer. You need to make sure that the shares are registered the proper way. You got to make sure you get the right auditor, the right attorney, the right marketing firm. There's a lot of moving parts, my friend, but guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to have access to capital market that you've never had before. You're going to have a publicly traded company, maybe trading on the New York Stock Exchange, maybe trading on the OTCQB market, but then you'll be able to expand and do the things that you think that you can do and deliver your business plan. I mean, hey, it's great to be in America right now. It is great. This is a great time. This is a great time for business owners in America, man. People have their arms open and saying to you, we want you to access the capital markets. We're making this easy. The government is making this easy for you to access the capital markets. So, and you're seeing all these companies taking success. I mean, Chicken Soup, for the soul could have done an S1, but you know what? Using the Reg.A makes a lot more sense these days. So,
it does. And also, if people want to really get an idea about the movement on Reg.A, it's really right at your fingertips at your computer. If you just go to Google and you type in something like, Reg.A money or Reg.A offerings, you'll see so many links come up and so much information, that besides the Reg.A money show that you're listening to right now, it really is a proof of concept that this thing is working. And again, you just go to Google. Google will tell you all the information you want to need as proof of this, of what you're saying.
And if you don't want to, and if you're one of these people that doesn't believe everything that Google has because of all this fake news stuff and everything else, dude, just tune into our concept. Look at our archive. If you want more proof than that, look at the archive that the Reg.A Money Show has put online for you. We got over 60, 70 shows. Every single show is packed with information. Every single show is packed with either a guest or a featured company. We have professionals from all over the industry, all over the United States, talking to you about the virtues of Reg.A. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding, guys. All right? I mean, you don't have to, Google is a great resource, Ron, and I agree with you, but if you look up Reg.A, I mean, you're going to find us all over the place, first of all. But second of all, if they look at all the links, not the paid links, when I'm talking about the paid links, don't click the paid links. I mean, sorry, Google, but, Google, you send me a check, and you be a sponsor of the show, and I'll tell people to click all over the link. But since you don't send the Reg.A money any money, so then we'll tell people, don't click the paid links. Follow the stories underneath there. And when you see that, then correlate all the stuff with what we've been talking to you here on the Reg.A Money Show that you can read. Now, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spreaker, Speaker. We're everywhere. And pretty soon, if you understand how the growth of this show is going, you're going to be one day, you're going to be tuning into your favorite satellite radio station series, okay, Sirius Radio, and then all of a sudden you'll hear the familiar voice of Ron Costa and Miguel Dotres on the Reg.A Money Show, and then you'll be shocked because now we're on Sirius Radio, and it's just a matter of time, my friends, listeners that are out there listening to us and always coming in to tune in to us. It's only a matter of time, okay? And we want to bring all of you guys. We want to bring all of you guys with us, all of you. All right. So ask your questions, get off the fence, do the things that you need to do your due diligence, okay? And maybe a Reg.A is not for you. Maybe you're going to be an investor in a Reg.A so you can make a little bit of money, so you can make some money on your investments on some of these companies that have never been available to you before. So there's something here for everybody. Everybody should be able to benefit from Reg.A.
Yeah, and also if you're out there too and you want to be a guest on the show, there's a place on the website too, Reg.A that you could request to be a guest. We'll see if we can get you on, and we'll answer questions, and we'll get you on as an industry expert as well. So Miguel, I think maybe we should wrap it up for today because I know we've got some really big things happening in our upcoming shows. So let's call it a show right now. Thank everyone. Again, we thank you so much for listening to the show and for subscribing, following. That's great. We're at RegAMoneyShow.com, actually RegAMoney.com. Ron Costa, Miguel Dotres. We'll be seeing you next week. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys. Take care.